Welcome to Be Well, Age Well, Cognitive Impairment. What is it? There's memory impairment, which is moderate or severe impairment when 4 or fewer words can be recalled from a list of 20. Mild cognitive impairment, which is a subtle loss of memory or thinking and reasoning skills beyond expectations of normal, but serious enough to be classified as dementia. And dementia, which is progressive cognitive decline characterized by impaired memory, impaired thinking, impaired decision making, impaired linguistic ability. Diseases associated with dementia are Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, vascular diseases, and alcoholism. Keep mealtime as calm and comfortable as possible. As cognitive impairment progresses, too many choices and changes in perception, taste, and smell can make eating more difficult. The following tips can help. Try to limit distractions. Serve meals in quiet surroundings, away from the television and other distractions. Keep the table settings simple. Avoid patterned plates, tablecloths, and placemats that might confuse a person. Using color to contrast plates against a tablecloth or placemat can make it easier for the person to distinguish the food from the plate or table. Consider using a plastic tablecloth, napkin, or apron to make cleanup a little bit easier. Changes in visual and spatial abilities make it tough for someone with dementia to distinguish food from the plate or plate from the table. Always check the food temperature. A person living with dementia might not be able to tell if something is too hot to eat or drink. Offer one food item at a time. Try to serve maybe mashed potatoes followed by the main entree. Be flexible with food preferences. It is possible the person may suddenly develop certain food preferences or reject foods he or she may have liked in the past. Allow plenty of time to eat. Keep in mind that it can take an hour or more for a person to finish. Try to leave healthy snacks out so they can see it. Oftentimes they'll forget to go to the food pantry or refrigerator. Keep in mind the person may not remember when he or she last ate. It is important to buy healthy foods such as vegetables, fruits, and whole grain products. Be sure to buy foods that the person likes to eat. Buy food that is easy to prepare, such as pre-made salads and single food portions. You can also use services such as Meals on Wheels. Look for these signs to see if living alone is no longer safe for a person with Alzheimer's disease. The person forgets to eat. Food is burned because it was left on the stove, or the stove isn't turned off. A lot of times weight loss is associated with Alzheimer's disease. Progressive loss of learned behaviors include the ability to feed oneself, reduction in energy, drive, and initiative, distractions. Someone may refuse to eat or refuse food. They also may feel indifferent to food. A lot of times there's prolonged eating. They may have difficulty chewing or swallowing. And choking is always a concern with people that have dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Some special considerations to keep in mind is make the most of the person's abilities. Maybe try adapting dishes and utensils to make it easier for them. Try using a bowl over a plate. A spoon with a large handle might be easier than a fork. Try serving finger foods. Try bite-sized foods that are easier for them to pick up, like orange slices, chicken nuggets, or steamed broccoli. Or make a meal in the form of a sandwich. Try hand-over feeding, which is demonstrate eating behavior by putting a utensil in the person's hand, placing your hand around theirs, and lifting both of your hands to the person's mouth for a bite. Don't worry about neatness. Let the person feed themselves for as long as possible. Set bowls and plates on a non-skin surface such as a cloth or a towel. Use cups and mugs with lids to prevent spilling. Fill glasses half full and use bendable straws. Higher adherence to the Mediterranean dietary pattern has been associated with decreased cognitive decline and the incidence of Alzheimer's disease. Another dietary pattern called the DASH diet has had lower rates of cognitive decline. The combination of these two dietary patterns has been associated with slower rates of cognitive decline and significant reduction in the incidence of Alzheimer's disease. Calorie restriction has improved memory performance in some studies. Existing evidence from observational studies suggests that dietary factors, including antioxidants, fatty acids, folate, and B vitamins, are associated with lower incidence of cognitive decline, stroke, and dementia. However, research is still ongoing.